I would like to elaborate more on what I've said on my previous video. It's extremely sad, disappointing, and utterly frustrating that Philippines is the only country in Southeast Asia to abolish the death penalty, thanks to Filipino liberals in Philippine government. They had to outdo the American human rights Democrats. In the United States of America, a democratic country you Filipinos look up to as a role model, there are still states with the death penalty. Otso Diretso candidates say death penalty shouldn't be imposed because it doesn't lower the crime rate nor solve the problem of criminality. They have no imagination and ideas of their own. I've heard that very old line before. That's the concept of Amnesty International. But being sentenced to lifetime imprisonment also doesn't lower crime nor eliminate it. And it's also cruel, barbaric, and inhumane. If they follow their logic and line of reasoning, they should demand Philippine government to also abolish jails. It's a fact that countries with the death penalty like Singapore and Saudi Arabia have low crime rates. The Muslim Samira Gutok of Otso Diretso need to refresh her memory that Muslim countries have the death penalty and Muslim clerics are fervently in favor of it. Before, all Catholic countries had the death penalty. The new belief of the Catholic Church against the death penalty is highly questionable. American human rights in charge of Amnesty International need to be reminded that in their country, the United States of America, there are states with the death penalty and police also gun down armed criminals in encounters. But American human rights criminal lovers just love to meddle and interfere in the internal politics and policies of Philippines, which is not even a U.S. state or territory, and call Duterte's killing of criminals a crime against humanity. I watched documentaries about Philippine jails, Filipino inmates smiling and laughing. I wonder if they'll still laugh and smile if they were condemned to death. I also watched a Philippine government hearing about the death penalty. The Bureau of Correction Administration said that criminals convicted for murder increased dramatically ever since death penalty was abolished. If the figures are accurate and correct, Philippines is definitely a country not evolved and mature enough not to have the death penalty. Pro-Duterte, pro-death penalty candidates won in this 2019 senatorial election. Majority of Filipinos want criminals to be executed. The opinions of Otso Diretso losers don't reflect the views of the Filipino masses and can't talk in their behalf. It is a gross injustice if death penalty will still not be imposed in Philippines. There's a saying, the voice of the people is the voice of God. For the sake of fairness and divine justice, Philippine government must deliver and implement what Filipinos truly want, the death penalty, and be enlightened never to abolish it again, regardless of whatever form of government Philippines may have.